Well, since I joined up on Mommy's Guild 1, a lot of people have been saying, showcase the guild, we want to see it. And where I also have gone through and done the strongest players video, there's one in here that you just absolutely have to see. Now, if you are coming from one of the other ones, they did just have a huge CP change, and where I was at about 9 billion, I'm now sitting close to 36 billion. So kind of give you a little bit of idea of people got a huge increase to their overall power, making it look like we're even stronger compared to those other videos. Now going into the guild, you can see there's 44 members at the max. We have 43 in here, and out of all those players, I probably say I'm maybe in the lower 25% for my power. So there I am at almost 36. There's a 35, a 55, 54.9 for Mommy. Am I stronger than Mommy? No, I'm not. 36.44. You can see Rain in here at 150 billion power. And we also have Troon Gaming in here at 156 billion. Now I keep on seeing these two kind of bounce back and forth between their numbers. One's higher than the other. It seems like these two are each other's throat for who's going to be the stronger player. But as you can see, 39, 64, 18, 29, 61, 43, 39, 85, 177, 53, 22. That's Violet. Tons of mods in here from the Discord. 37, 52, 59, 24, 40, 46, 30, 28, 35. Wait for it. 30, 35, 39, 43, 39, 48, 29, 29, 53, 25, 47. I thought it was right there, 53.18. And for a second, I thought I missed it there, but I skipped right over it. But there it is right there, 177.4 billion that is wide awake. Now, as you can see right here, just by looking at the gear, they can already be a lot stronger on that CP. They're running a Mythic Icy Bubble, they throw an S-grade in that slot, and next thing you know, they're getting a good amount of a jump. But a pretty standard build for PvP. We got the Sky Splitter, we got the Revival Cape, we got the Shadow Ring, we have a Judgment Ring, and then Icy Bubble, and then a Bloody Grail. And for pets, you can see Elsa, Slime King, and the Unicorn. Now, before we go into showing you the build on those, I want to show you the attributes because there's some pretty insane numbers in there that's letting us know things that we can't see that they have pretty capped out. So the first one's going to be the critical rate of sustained damage that comes from that new collectible, the Hydra Dagger there, or Hydra Poison Dagger. You get it unlocked, that's 1%. So having it at 8%, not sure how many it took to get there, but they at least had that new artifact upgraded quite a bit. If I go down to the bottom, you will see the shield bonus at 29%. That's going to be coming from that new collectible, the Salty Fish. Once again, I have it unlocked, still at 1%. So a lot invested into that one too. This is pretty crazy. I imagine with the Hydra one, they would have invested more into that if they didn't have a limit on it. I mean, this one here, I think we can get like 16 or 14 of these fish, where that Hydra last time, we could only get 5. But even for the pets themselves too, speed at 379, suppression is at 882. And you'll see it when it comes time to us showing off the mounts on this and the artifacts of why they're getting that number. Now for the pet builds, Elsa here looks like they're running basic attack damage reduction, skill damage reduction, actually a lot of skill damage reduction, and some mutation. That mutation, pet-based stats plus 75%, we see this a lot for PvP. And then moving on to Slime King, damage the boss, mutation, mutation. So it could even be a setup more for even like the guild boss or the actual seal battle too. Now that one mutation is at the Arcana state of it there, so 100% extra on the pet stats. And then finally, we go over to the Unicorn, global attack, global attack, global attack, and then mutation. So all pretty strong stats to see. You can see they're running the Dragon Girl for the Adventurers, level 96. We can see the actual stats of that, of what it is at level 96, and they do have this at 6 stars. You do unlock that second slot there at 4 stars, and they're going to be getting that next portion of this skill at 7 stars. For the heroes, they are running the actual Ghost one and then Knight of the End. They don't have the final 6 tier on it there, so they're still not considered an S grade. Imagine once they get there, that's going to take that 200% up to 300% on all 3 of those stats, giving them an even larger number. And for the brands, a pretty standard setup for a Sky Splitter. We got the Pirate Swordsman, we got the Bone Golem, we got the Stone Guardian, and then obviously the Vulture for that extra combo. But let's take a look at these mounts here so we can go and be shocked and awed. So the big one I'm seeing there is the Sphinx sitting at 5 stars, sitting at Awaken plus 10. This is a very strong one to use with the Awaken. I just got this thing the other day, and it's nice because you go in, the Sphinx dies, and it revives another one of your mounts. Pretty much makes it where you go and have 4 mounts during the battle. They also have the Overlord Deer at plus 5 for their Awaken. As you know, this event is nothing cheap to go by, so between this and getting the Sphinx to plus 10, they spent quite a bit of money. because they were hitting those 60 pull pitties, you can see that they do have a majority of levels right into the actual uncommon or excellent, whichever they're calling the green ones nowadays. But a pretty strong lineup from those mounts, so you can see where those numbers are coming from when we see it inside the attributes. Heading down the artifacts, you can see they do have the Heaven's Mark slotted as their skill, and they've got a good amount of levels on that too. Now, they do also have it on the Spear of Thor, a couple there, but they are using the Victory Sword, and then the Demonic Eye, and then Heaven's Mark for their 3 awakened slots. They do have a couple of star levels on some of the newer ones, but really, this thing is pretty freaking boosted for what they have for their account, and this number could be so much higher in just a couple of weeks of playing. Now, I know there is strong players over in the TC servers. I don't have access to those ones, so it's incredibly difficult to showcase. But for what I can see inside the game, this one right here is probably one of the stronger ones that I've seen. But if you guys are looking to get your account stronger and want to know all about the Mecha Titan and if you should be putting that thing on and investing into it, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.